Hello summoners, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're going to talk about Darkhawk and see how good is he in 2021. Now he has a lot of cool abilities, great animations, and he does need quite a bit. Like he needs to be awakened, he needs a high signature level, ideally suicide masteries as well. But first of all, I wanted to take a notice at Venom's power meter and my power meter. I'm about to get, like, Venom gets 1 bar of power when I get 3 bar of power, which is kind of crazy. And usually when you're hitting the opponent, he always has more power than you. But if you start in the stealth mode, then you are giving very less power to the opponent and gaining a lot of it. And if you have the Night Thrasher synergy, then he starts in basically one of his 3 modes. There is a shield one, a null mode, which is this orange one, and then a pink one, which is called the stealth mode. And the stealth mode is amazing. The null mode is by far the best. You hit like an absolute truck in it. And there we had a class disadvantage. This is a variant 3 fight, but 50 hits, not bad at all for a character that brings in double immunity, solid regeneration, great suicide compatibility, and also stuff like heal block. But anyways, coming back to the second fight, we do have class advantage here, and we again started with stealth mode, so we are going to gain a ton of power. If you are good at intercepting, like, because opponent is not gaining power, you can just backdraft intercept, or also spam heavy attacks in the corner. That does work for a while, and you will get to 3 bars of power more often than not before the opponent gets to his first bar. Like here I was almost there, but the main damage will come after the SP3, or if you start in null mode, then you're going to see like he will just finish the fight before you can use any special attacks at all. And another thing I want you to notice is the regeneration he's getting after every single special attacks, and that just helps you stay topped off even if you're running suicide masteries. Like as soon as we get the null mode, the opponent went down 30 something hits, I think. Next fight is going to be this Namor. And I think this time we are going to start in the null mode, which is the main damage, where most of his damage does come from. And again, he is a character that needs a lot of investment. You need him to be awakened, you need to invest a lot of signature stones in him, and ideally have suicide masteries, some synergies perhaps. But he is a lane clearing machine. Like, this guy is so good. Like, you can always stay topped off, even if you make mistakes. In stealth mode you can miss the hits, and there is the third mode, the shield one. It's not great offensively, but it can save you with the auto block thing. And as you can see, my phone lagged there a bit, but 25 something hits, and he just went down as soon as we got 2 bars of power. So there is a lot of damage that, of course, if you compare this guy to the top tech characters like Ghost or even Hulkbuster, I imagine has better damage output than him. But he's a very solid character, and if you pull him, he can get you through a lot of stuff. He isn't the best for anything. There is power control, there is some extra good damage after the SP3. It's kind of similar to characters like Mysterio or Namor, or there's a lot of characters these days who get something big from the SP3, which is cool because his SP3 animation is just so amazing. And overall he just feels very smooth to play. But here against the Blade, again, I think we started in null mode, and as you can see, I used the SP2 a little bit early there, had to take some recoil damage in there. But recoil overall is not a big thing with him, because again, the next time you use a special attack, you are going to regenerate again, and that is a huge thing, because in Marvel Contest of Champions, if you're running suicide masteries, then the bleed and poison, they're kind of annoying in the start, but the main thing will come down to recoil. And that is, like, if you do a survey of people who run suicide masteries, definitely the most annoying thing is the recoil. And there are very few characters. Like, there are a lot of characters who can deal with the bleed or the poison. You can run max willpower, maybe coagulate mastery, but you can't do anything about the recoil. It's 5% damage every single special attack. But with characters like Darkhawk, you can just regenerate them back. And the only other character who comes to mind who can deal with recoil is Ghost with the Hood synergy is probably the most common option. Namor, before, he had stronger regeneration before he got nerfed, and he could deal with that. But again, not that many characters who can regenerate the recoil damage. But as you can see, in a normal matchup, you have to basically get to SP3, and that's where most of your damage will come. If you start with the shield thing, or if you are not running the Night Thrasher synergy, then basically just rush to the SP3 unless you need power control, in which case go for SP2s, I guess. But again, before, like, and usually when you need power control, you are fighting characters who have annoying special attacks or a lot of power gain, so you will still have to get to 2 bars of power in order to activate that stealth mode. So he's not very effective as a power control character. It's a nice ability to have, but I don't see it being very practical when they have characters in his own class like Guillotine 2099 or even Warlock with much better power control in general. And here, as you can see, like in the stealth mode, you get to SP3 so fast and you barely get the opponent any power. It's just very fun. And now we are going to again hit like a truck. We also have the heal block going in, although I don't think Black Panther has any regeneration here. But you can also see some red numbers there. It's not huge damage, like even Red Hulk, as an example, like he with 10 heat charges has much higher red numbers than him, but it is there. He can hit like 10,000 mediums, which again for a character with double immunities and so much utility is pretty decent. So do let me know what you feel about Darkhawk, because I don't see that many people using him. He used to be a pretty common defender, especially on path 1 on ebb and flow knockdown. But ever since Magneto, like even earlier people used Medusa and rolled over him, but ever since Magneto, he is such a bad defender now. Like Magneto just eats him, basically. Like you go for 1 SP3 and if the fight is over, he can do but otherwise, if you don't have the right counter, like maybe early on in Alliance for lower tiers, because he is very annoying. If you use SP1, you have the auto block to get used to. Then with SP2 there's the mist thing, and of course you don't want to take SP3. So like a good normal counter besides Medusa or Magneto, who would just shut him down, is Human Torch, and you can go for the SP2s, because Human Torch, of course, you can block his SP1 and stuff as well to build your heat charges, flame charges, whatever they're called. And then he doesn't miss as long as he has more than 10 temperature or something. And also like in Abyss of Legends, because he regenerates a lot, you can just reverse that healing with him and deal with him that way. But anyways, as you can see, like Venom the Dark, he also went down pretty quickly, and these are all variant level 5, so he's doing pretty well. And you can see like we're not using any potions, and he's still managing to clear these paths really effectively and almost at full health. So he's a pretty cool character, and I really like him. I wish he didn't need the signature stones as much, because signature stones, they are incredibly hard to get, even like especially for 6 stars, but even for 5 stars. They're not that hard now, because you can get them from the solo events and everything. But still, for a character like Darkhawk, because like at this point I have over 36 rank 5 stars, but and I get like all the signature stones and stuff from the solo events and everywhere. But there are so many characters I would rather use them on other than Darkhawk, because he's obviously not the best character in the game, or even I don't think he's even top 5 tech character at this point. So for a character like him to need signature stones in order to be effective is kind of sad, because otherwise, like let's say if he could do all this without being awakened, then he would have been an amazing character to pull on a new account and stuff. But anyways, that is going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Subscribe to the channel for more content. I upload MCOC videos every single day, and like this video, share with the alliance, and stay safe. Bye bye. Have a good one.